Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense is on the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are, and Dave, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Looking for room. It's Wall. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On second down, working to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's call.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll try the right side. Steamrolls his way ahead. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle, and with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He leaves it with his back. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
It'll be a draw. They almost got a first down there, stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch as he's
got some room entered to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! The proverbial rabbit out of the hat, getting out of the Houdini-like blocks, calling reverse and trickeration, and it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, 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 and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home, you got to be alert, you got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse, here comes the touchdown.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
QBs want to make plays. We all want to make plays. We want to make that big splash play, make something happen. He gets outside of the pocket, does a good job getting outside the pocket, but now you got to be smart, right? Because everybody's cutting off half that field on defense. He throws the ball, he makes the big mistake, and now his defense is already in a bad position to give up points.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man. It's Cherry. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. We didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They move the tight end all over. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quick completion to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, if you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Off play action. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown time. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Paul, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He'll pull it on the read. At the 40, there he goes. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over.
He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Bama. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. They're trailing by 13 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got a man in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good, giving up some size and still making. On second down, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Wall. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Buys a little extra time. Short gain on the play before he slides. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Moses. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Defense didn't have the personnel it needed. They call a timeout. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense. Late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. He's looking to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff team out there getting set. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stuffed. Home will pick up 1 to the 35. much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Get it out on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Quarterback checking off. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Going up top on first down. It's complete. Headed to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dogs. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that...
He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. 2nd down coming up. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cherry. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quick release on the RPO. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. It is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to UNLV. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Coming after him. Quarterback extends the play. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Alabama quickly back to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play, because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moses. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Gonna run it. It's Wall. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Might as well stick with him. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws for the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. The scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch.